Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos and presentations about the joys of living in Mexico, and we go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, everyone, for showing up this morning. We got a lot of people in the house already, and it's early. We got Don Cole in the house. We got Dwayne the Man in the house. Stefan, who I've had breakfast with, in the house. Dr. John, he's in rainy New Jersey, been joining us live for 3 years now. Hippie happy. We got even Keith Hanna in the house. Hey, and saying hello to everyone. We have a lot of information to cover today. It's 61 degrees and sunny here in Mazatlan. It's going to be a high of 60. It's going to be a high of 82. We got electricity today. We have internet today. It doesn't look like anything's messing up. Looks like the computers are working. The cameras are working. That's a good thing, because a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't happening like that. We got Jack Webb showing up. Some meth head just tried to get into my neighbor's house in Hazard this morning. He walked in on a great big muscle man. Didn't end well for him. Very good. Right on. We got Miss Sam in the house. Hola, Miss Sam. Are you in Morelia? Cody is in the house. We had some conversations. I had some conversations with Cody. I put up my political video this week. That didn't go well. I mean, usually I get like 500 views in a day on a new video. I think it's something about the SEO of the video. I don't think you can get good SEO on political videos, but whatever. But we had some nice conversations this week. Anyway, all is good here. If you're new and this is your first time joining us on Saturday, ask all of the questions that you would like. What's on your mind? Are you thinking about moving to Mexico? Are you thinking about visiting Mexico? I've been here almost 20 years. I can answer many of your questions. And if I can't answer them, we have a lot of people here in the house. We have 28 people in the house. And a lot of these people that join us every Saturday have a lot more knowledge about Mexico than I do, like Jack Webb. He's in Hazard, Kentucky, doing his thing. If he's in Hazard, that means he's working right now. If he's in Lexington, that means he's at home cooking, putting up a barbecue with his dad. But Jack Webb owns properties in the Ajijic area, and so we have a wealth of information in the house. Also, as everybody knows, next week tomorrow we celebrate daylight savings time. Yahoo! We don't do. The Mexicans are smart, man. Mexico got rid of daylight savings time. We don't do that. We don't change times. And when you guys change times, it drives us crazy. Like I've been doing these broadcasts, and that means, like, for me, it is 9 o'clock. It's 9:05 right now. But once daylight savings time clicked in, I'll be broadcasting at 8 o'clock in the morning, my time. And I have a client that I teach web design to. He's a very affluent dermatologist in Orlando, Florida. I've been teaching him web design for 12 years. And so, and we do Sundays once a month. So for 6 months, I was teaching him a class at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. But now that it's daylight savings time again, I'll be teaching him at 6 a.m. in the morning. What a joy. His name is Doc Lucky. I love Doc Lucky. But daylight savings time is clicking in tomorrow morning. So be up, be ready. Good morning, Liston Henry. Happy to see you. She thinks so. She speaks is in the house from Charlotte. And then we have pretty boy Brian Maiden in the house, and my new neighbor, Jack Webb. Interesting. Day before yesterday, a group of folks went all the way around the lake using the only transportation and colectivo taxis. It took them about 10 hours. Are you talking about Lake Chapala, Jack Webb? 10 hours. Woo! And my new neighbor, David, is in the house. He is in Morelia. David, I can't wait. I tell you, I can't wait to join you there. We have 42 people in the house. It's very early. And again, if this is your first time here, you're thinking about moving to Mexico, you have questions about Mexico, ask away. Verlaine in La Paz. Good morning. Good morning, Verlaine. We've done 2 videos with Verlaine. She's in La Paz. And are you still going to visit Mazatlan? Let me know when you're going to be here. We'll have to hook up, have some bacon and eggs or a sandwich or a burger or some tacos and maybe a cerveza and 8 or 9 shots of tequila. We can go get arrested. Yeah, how about that? Katrina the Maker is in the house. Hola, Katrina. Always great to see you. And Katrina commented on my political video, and I appreciate it very much. Matt is in the house, and in case anyone is wondering, it will be 88 degrees in Lake Chapala, hottest this year, but no humidity and cool nights. And that's one of the freaky things about the I'm going to say it's the Guadalajara, Ajijic, Chapala areas. They're supposed to have the best climate in the world. And Guadalajara is only on a good day, it's a 45-minute drive from Chapala, Ajijic. And when I lived there, it might be 47 degrees at night, but in the daytime, this time of year, it's going to be 95, but there's no humidity. So unless you're out in the sun doing construction work, it's very nice, but that weather is fabulous. And there's nothing like nice, hot weather in March with no humidity. Thank you for that update, Matt. Char. Hey, Bill and everyone. And we have Jacqueline from South Africa in the house. Now she's in Guadalajara. And I have a message for you because Miss Sam wants to hook up with you. And Miss Sam sent me her email address like 2 days ago. And I told her today that I would need to ask you for your email. So Jacqueline, please email me with your email address so that I can email your email address to Ms. Sam, because she wants to hook up with you in Guadalajara so you guys can go to Tlaquepaque and have a real good time. There's my email, bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. And through the broadcast, if you ever want to communicate with one of our other members that I have a whole list of email address of people that join us every week. So that's the scoop there. Okay, Jacqueline, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to copy that email, and then I'm going to remove it from the screen. You got 10 seconds. 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. It's gone. Okay, who else is in the house now? Let's see. We got Hawkins in the house from Texas. Verlaine. I checked the flights might be too expensive, but agent said flights could go on sale. Checking out options. Let me know what happens. And we have Ms. Matthews in the house from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. Jamie, good morning from Canada. Jacqueline, okay, yeah, email me, please, to get Ms. Sam off my back. She really wants to hook up with you. Good morning, Hugh. Great to have you in the house. And the one and the only Axel Foley is not on the set making movies for Beverly Hills Cop. He's in here with us talking about the joys of living in Mexico. So wonderful to have you here. And if you're new here, oh, wow, we got a bunch of people in the house now. We got 57 people in the house. And if you're new here and you like what you're seeing, watch our videos. We put up 2 videos every week. We usually put out a video on Sunday and another one on Thursday, then we go live every Saturday. We just hit 10,000 subscribers in January. We're headed to 20,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, you like what you're hearing, if you like the videos, click the subscribe button. And if you watch the videos, click the like button and click that subscribe button and grow with us. We got I got to back up. What the hell are you doing here? Who the hell is this? It's the one, it's the only Rob. He's got this long Italian name. I don't even try this, like Gazaba Dugu, but it's Italian. But Rob introduced me to Mazatlan. I was living in Ajijic, and Rob has a dildo shop in Ajijic. It's one of the few dildo shops I've seen in Mexico, but it's right near El Centro. And I walked in, we did an interview with Rob, one of my first YouTube videos, and I gave him my card. And then months later, it had to be about 6 months later, Rob called me on the phone and he says, Bill, I do a tour through Mazatlan, and if you'd like to, you can come with us. We leave Ajijic. We stay for like 7 days, and we take people all around Mazatlan. And Reina, he has a bed and breakfast in this fabulous location. It's like a 10-foot walk from the Malecon, right at the end of the Malecon, where everything's happening. It's Reina Del Mar Bed and Breakfast. If you want more information about Reina Del Mar Bed and Breakfast, go to buildthegeek.org. Let me check this out. Go to buildthegeek.org, click on FAQs, and I think that Rob's Airbnb is right at the top of the page, but he introduced me to Mazatlan. And let's see here. After I was in Mazatlan for 2 days, I had to move here. It's a fabulous tour. It's going to cost you some money, but you're in a fabulous place. Rob shows you the best places to visit in Mazatlan, all over. And I understand he even does tours to Guanajuato. That's what he emailed me last week. But welcome, Rob. Always great to see you. Hope you get some business from this broadcast. Deep Think Now. Bill, wife and I have Morelia as ultimately destination. We'll use Chapala Lake area for a couple of years for easy landing first. Can you handle Morelia cooler weather? I can for sure. And that's why I'm moving to Morelia, because I went to Morelia, must have been maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And I was there on August 25th. That's in the middle of summer. And here, August 25th, the weather, the heat index was 114 degrees with like 10,000% humidity. The humidity was so high here in Mazatlan, you had to wear aqua lung outside. It was horrendous. And when I was in Morelia on August 25th, I was going out to shoot some videos of downtown Morelia. I left my hotel around 7:30 in the morning, and it was chilly. I had to go back into the hotel and put on 2 hoodies because that's how chilly it was. But at 11 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, the temperature was up to like 70, 72, and there's pretty much no humidity. The weather in Morelia is very similar to the weather in Guadalajara, Ajijic, Chapala. I love the weather in Morelia. Darb, woo, Darb. I would like to travel to Mexico, but I don't like too much heat and humidity. I'm used to San Diego weather. Is there any place Mexico close to San Diego weather? Darb, I'm going to say if you live, I've been to Cancun before and it was really hot there. But I'm going to say if you're on the West Coast, popular places like Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, smaller towns like Malake, very small population, about 7,000 people. Anywhere on the West Coast, it's going to be like hot and humid as hell in the summer. In the winters, it's perfect. Right now, there's no humidity here. It's 61 degrees. I can do that. To get a San Diego like climate, I think you're going to want to move inland. You're not going to be near the ocean. But I lived in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years. I mean, I saw the ocean every day for 10 years. And by accident, I ended up moving to Guadalajara. And I was very surprised that I didn't miss the ocean at all. Guadalajara was a great spot. I wouldn't recommend moving there, but it's a great spot. Lots to do. It's an international city. But if you go to places like Chapala, Ajijic, I'm moving to Morelia. But find a spot. I'm going to say that Ajijic, Chapala is a great landing place for people who are just trying to figure out what's going on with living in Mexico, because you have a bunch of gringos there that they've been there, they've been around. You can ask them questions. A lot of these people don't even speak Spanish, but it's a great landing spot. And go to a place like that, or to Morelia, which is right in the middle of Mexico, so that you can travel around and see what works for you. But West Coast on the ocean, East Coast on the ocean, it's going to be hot and humid as hell a lot of the time. Rob, on my way back to Ajijic from a tour in Mazatlan. Rob does a great job. He's always almost, I'm going to say 99.99% of the time, he's totally happy, filled with information about the Mazatlan area. It's a fabulous tour. And so whoever, and the people on the tour, the people that will go on the tour with you, they start out in Ajijic. Leave early in the morning, takes about 6 hours in this van that they have. They put on a movie, stop at nice places to eat on the way. Rob's giving you information as you're headed to Mazatlan. And he has so much information, so much energy. And the people that take this tour, I'm going to say most of these people were wealthy, people from Canada or the United States. Very interesting. He attracts a very interesting group of people. So yeah, definitely take Rob's tour. I know many people that have taken Rob's tour, and I call Rob the Harriet Tubman of Mazatlan, because people take his tour and they move to Mazatlan. He's funny. JLD, hi Bill, moving to Chapala area in April. Looking forward to taking the trip to Morelia to visit once you get there. Well, once you get there, I'm going to have to quit saying this. Once you get there, look me up. you know, some of these YouTubers, they have like 100, 200,000 subscribers. I'll get there. It might take me 10 years. In 10 years, I'll have 200,000 subscribers. I'll be going live on Saturday, except I'll be sitting here in a wheelchair. Won't be able to talk so good, but if I had 200,000 subscribers and I told everybody, yeah, when you get here, look me up. I got to stop saying that. But for now, well, I only got 10,000 subscribers. When you get here, look me up. We'll do some breakfast on the beach. Oh, in Morelia, there won't be no beach. So we'll get together. We'll go into El Centro and do something cool and groovy. Mary Jane. Hola, Mary Jane. Always happy to see you in the house. Helen. Good morning, everyone. And Helen, happy to see you here again. Mary Jane. What is that address for Rob's shop? It's the address. I don't know the address, but the shop is called Wilds. And all you have to do is make it to Ajijic. It's like a block away from the main plaza. And Ajijic is not that big, and everybody knows where Wilds it's called a dildo area. And everybody knows where it is. Everybody knows all you have to do is get there, be somewhere near the plaza, and just ask somebody, where's the dildo shop? That's it. Because and again, these are all like mostly senior citizen people with gray hair, but they like dildos too. I don't use one myself, but I know a lot of people that do, and that's how Rob started his business. He made millions of dollars selling dildos in Ajijic. Maybe I should stop making videos and open a dildo shop. Coco, hi, all great to have you here. And Dr. John, that's funny. Is the dill shop named Ollivanders? Only Harry Potter fans will understand. No, that is not the name of the dildo shop. I know that. Jack Webb, 47 watching. Now we got 58 watching and 34 likes. It's going up. We're getting there. It's raining in Wilmington, Delaware. Get the heck out of there and move to Mexico, where it hardly ever rains. It's only rained here for 2 days. It's rained for 2 days in about 4 months. And we have Dwayne Bearfield in the house. I have my temporary visa. Good for you. It's always a good feeling to be legal in Mexico. Jacqueline, Rosarita Beach, Baja is like San Diego. There is your tip. And Tijuana is very close climate to San Diego. There you go. I don't know everything about Mexico. There are so many places I haven't been to. And there's so much travel. Sure, I'd like to go to Asia. I'd like to go back to Europe. I spent like 3 months in Europe in various countries. I've been to Izmir, Turkey. I'd like to visit Africa, but Mexico will blow you away. The mountains and the forest and the animals and all that kind of stuff. I'm not leaving this country. There's so much to experience here in Mexico that I'm just going to stick around. Here you go. Ken Art, hi Bill. I talked about growing community is Loreto. It's north of La Paz and on the Sea of Cortez. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much again, Ken Art. Kevin Bacon. I think his real name is Kevin Bacon. I just remember it because it's a movie star's name. But thank you so much for contributing to the channel. And yes, we were able to do what we do because of your contributions, and it's greatly appreciated. But while we're here, let me go over here and do this and do that. I'm clicking some buttons here the best way I know how. We go here and click that and share. And let's look at the map here. And let's see if the map is showing up yet. I think it is. Oh, very cool. Yeah, okay. And let's click that. See what happens. Let's turn off something here. Oh, come on. There we go. So he's talking about Loreto. So let's find it on the map. And that's why we keep this map open. And I'm learning many times people come in and they say stuff and I have no clue what they're talking about. So there's Mazatlan right here. That's kind of in northern Mexico, kind of, sort of. But over here, you can't see it. They don't even show La Paz over here, but this is there it is. Here's La Paz, like right there in the peninsula. It gets very hot there. It gets very hot in the summer on the peninsula, but he's talking about somewhere that is north of La Paz. And I've heard a wonderful trip to take is to just drive from Tijuana to La Paz. I've heard it's a fabulous, fabulous drive. Okay, I got to move. I'm having a window problem here. We have 69 people in the house and 40 likes, and we have some contributions. Okay, Jack Webb. Thank you very much, Jack Webb, you contribute so much with your information and your funny stories every week, and he's just contributed to the channel, and that's enough to pay for my laundry, because once I leave here today, I go, as you know, I pick up my laundry. I'm going to get some fresh Angus beef at right next door. Fresh Angus ground beef. That is fabulous. I'm going to walk somewhere and purchase some Modelo Especial, which is actually, it's owned by it's owned by a Mexico company, but Modelo Especial, the Modelo company, is actually owned by Anheuser-Busch, which is kind of funny. But thank you, Jack Webb, very much. And Hugh got a couple of chuckles, and that's my job, Hugh, to maybe give people little chuckles, have some fun. We're here to share the joys of living in Mexico. And for me, Mexico is just fabulous. There's just, it's wonderful. It's orgasmic, but yeah. Lenora Wilson, hola, Lenora, good morning. Baltimore, rainy morning. It looks like it's raining in Baltimore. Dr. John says it's raining in New Jersey. Come on down here to Mexico. And Miss Sam contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Luis, hey, Bill, what is your favorite time to drink a cold beer on the beach near you with feet in the sand? Oh, I like that. I don't really have a best time. I'm I'm an equal beer time opportunity employer. I like that Sheryl Crow song. I don't want. I can only do like 2 measures of it for copyright inflictions. But she says, I like my beer buzz early in the morning. That's funny. Oh, and she says, all I want to do is have some fun. Yeah. Yeah. When we get off the broadcast, go to YouTube and look up all I want to do is have some fun and click that song and crank your speakers up loud with Sheryl Crow. There you go. All right, we got Dave James in the house from Cerritos Beach in Todos Santos. Sadly, heading back to Seattle today. Don't cry too hard. We'll be thinking about you. Yeah. Fine. Coming in late. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Everybody knows what that means. Jacqueline in Guadalajara contributing to the channel. Cody, I'm going for my permanent resident this week visa. Right on, dude. And as most of you know, I've had a lot of visas, and I've got my permanent visa. I've said it many times. I picked up my permanent visa in Ajijic, I think. I think it was Ajijic. And when I picked it up, the woman in immigration, I forget if it was Ajijic or Chapala, but the woman in immigration, she looked at me and smiled. She was very cheerful. And she said, and notice that there's no expiration date. Yeah, I got my permanent visa. It has no expiration date. And thank God I got my permanent visa about 7-8 years ago. And thank God I got my first visa about 15 years ago, because these prices, I don't know if I could afford to do it now. But Cody, congratulations. Hola Memo. She's calling me Memo. And that is my Mexican name. In Puerto Vallarta, I told everybody my name was Memo. And here's why. Because my real name is William. And in Spanish, that's Guillermo. But of course, William in English, short for that, is Bill. Bill. I'm just going to say it. Mexicans can't say Bill. They call me Bill. And after dating a Mexican woman for 8 years, she called me Bill. I swear to God, after 8 years, I couldn't even say my own name. When I broke up with that woman, I had to practice saying my own Bill and not Bill. You know, I sound like the chipmunks. Bill. So if a Mexican asks me, what is my name? I tell them it's Memo. My Mexican name in Spanish is Guillermo, and short for Guillermo is Memo. And many times I'll be in a taxi and they'll say, what is your name? I say Memo. And right out of their mouth, they'll say, oh, Guillermo, like that. But always great to have you in the house. And Jacqueline, I don't think I said thank you, but thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Jack Webb, my urologist friend, has been flying in and out of Cancun to see patients every 2 weeks. Alvaro is securing his Mexican permanent residency. He's from India originally. And Jack Webb is talking about my immigration attorney, and his name is Alvaro. There he is on the right. And if you do a search on YouTube for Mexico immigration attorney, I should show up kind of high. Or if you go to buildgeek.com, buildgeek.org, and go to FAQs and scroll down and find my immigration attorney, there you will find Alvaro Becerra Sanchez. And he has literally helped hundreds of my subscribers get their visas. He's reliable, he's on time, he's affordable, and all of his contact information is on that page. Let's go back to comments and see what is happening. Okay, let's see. Okay, now here we go. Hat, it's bright and sunny morning in Playas de Tijuana. Great to see you here, Hat. We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. It's always great to see you here. Helen, that was a good one, Bill. Your name, yeah, yeah. Mamo, just call me Mamo. I like Mamo. Mamo is much better than Bill. Also, I think in Spanish, the word Bill, I think is spelled differently than we would spell that in the U.S. or in English. But Bill, some Mexicans told me that means something like vulgar. I don't know, in Spanish, whatever. Char, hi, Bill. Thank you for listing references to help with getting information. I tend to contact your attorney. I intend to contact him. I seem to fall in gray area. I need help. Yeah, it's getting information can be challenging. We have 67 people in the house, 42 likes. People are contributing financially to the channel, sharing their joys for appreciation, and thank you so much. Cody, people say, and we got a lot of love going on in the house. Bill, should I bother to go for my Mexican citizenship in 3 years? Well, Cody, that's a very good question. And a Canadian asked me that, about a month ago. He lives in my building. My cousin, who has lived in Mexico for about 6 or 7 years now, her husband died. She owned a ranch. She's a black chick. Her husband died. They owned a ranch in Montana. When her husband died, she sold the ranch and moved to Guadalajara and lived next door to me. Then I moved to Chapala. And what am I talking about here? And now she's an Ajijic. She's very happy. She's an international well-known artist. And she was looking into getting her Mexico passport. And we talked about it, and she told me, well, if I have a Mexico passport, if something funky goes down in the United States, then I have a legal document so that I can travel the world. And with a Mexico passport, there are places that you can visit that there are places that are kind of a hassle for you to visit if you have a U.S. passport. Case in point is Cuba. I have had my sister's been to Cuba. One of my best friends in Ohio has been to Cuba, but they had to go on special educational programs, and then you're kind of restricted as to where you can visit and all that kind of stuff. But with a Mexico passport, you can just fly into Cuba and you're cool. There are other countries that with a U.S. passport, you are prohibited from travel. So why not? Why not? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anytime soon. I might change my mind, but I think you're cool without it. Okay, now, Jacqueline, Bill, during your stay here in Mexico, have you seen the USD drop as much as it's doing now? No, and that's on my list. The peso is just, the value of the peso is going up, up, up. When I moved in here, I was paying $650 a month. That was a year and a half ago for rent. I paid my rent on the 1st of March, and now I'm paying $825 a month. I looked at the value of the peso this morning, and next month I'll probably pay about $840 a month for rent. I remember it was about 12 years ago when the value of the peso was dropping. And I went out and bought a bunch of pesos because I was going to trade them in. I was going to make money, but then the value of the peso just stayed flat. It stayed flat for almost 10 or 12 years, and now it's just going up and up and up. I have not seen the value of the peso go up like this ever. It's the value of the peso is just going up, up, up. So it's crazy, and I hope it starts going down, down, down. All right. Okay, Ruby is in the house. Ola Bill, the Miracle Whip is in the house. Sheila is back. I'll be back next week. And that's Rudy Clemens. And I have a special picture in here. Rudy, we did a video with Rudy and his wonderful wife, Sheila. And Sheila emailed me, it was like 2 days ago, and she sent me this picture. She brought back, I think they were in Arizona. Rudy, I think, to my understanding, you have a little heart situation going on. So she's already back. She sent me this picture. She was there, and she said, "Hey, can we bring you anything back from the United States?" I said, "Yeah, bring some Miracle Whip." And she sent me this picture. So I'm going to go pick up these 2 jars of Miracle Whip this week. Hopefully Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. But Rudy, thank you very much. Can't wait to see you when you get back. Hat. Hit the like button. Slackers. Yeah, that's right. Hit the like button. Contribute to the channel. Right on. Jacqueline Avaro was very helpful and advised me on the RNA specialization visa, which was not aware of, and I qualified for that one. Now the RNA specialization video, we did 2 videos on that. That's how Verlaine got in, and that's where if you have visited Mexico before, pretty much, and if your visa is expired. And so those are 2 big important parts of this program. And it's many people have not heard of this program, but it only works if you have visited Mexico before. And so if that is true, and if you're here on a traveler's visa and it has expired, then you can get into this program and you get a 4-year temporary visa, which gets you ready for a permanent visa, and you show no financial information. Let me think about that a second. So Verlaine, what she did is she came down. She had visited Mexico before. She's in the house right now with us. She had visited Mexico before. She found an immigration attorney, and she got a 1-week visa in La Paz. She let that expired and signed up for this program. And within 2 weeks, she had a 4-year temporary visa and headed for that permanent visa. Cody, the exchange rate is 16.81 as we speak. And I'm going to say a year ago, that rate was around 20. Karen Sparks. Hi, Bill. Can't thank you enough for recommending Katie. She was so helpful and kind. You are a great resource. Do you know anything about the water shortage? That's funny. No, I don't know. I haven't heard about the water shortage. And for those of you that don't know, every Saturday, Katie Ibarra, super realtor from the Ahihi Chapala Lakeside area joins us. I put up a video. She was with us. She's with us first week of every month. She shows us a different property. Very knowledgeable, very loving, very hardworking. If you're thinking about looking for properties or buying properties in the lakeside area, you want to contact Katie Ibarra. And if you want to contact Katie, just go to buildgeek.org, FAQs, scroll down and find realtors, Ahihi Chapala, and you'll see all of Katie's contact information. And water is weird in the Chapala Ahihi area. Water's weird. Whatever. I'm just saying. Now let's go back over here. Ms. Sam, do you know that you can have dual citizenship? You don't have to give up your American citizenship. You can hold Jamaican and United States citizenship. Now I am a permanent resident of Mexico, and I know I had a Canadian friend. He was an older guy in Puerto Vallarta. He had a passport. He had a citizenship for Canada, the United States, and Mexico. So yes, you can be a multi-citizen individual of the planet. Mexico City has a water shortage. Okay, right on. David, hey, Bill, when I came to Mexico, it was 20, there you go, 20 pesos to the dollar. Exactly. I remember that. I think it's going to go to, yes, David, that's what it used to be. I'm going to say 15 years ago, 10 pesos was $1. And then the peso just dropped. It was like, it just dropped like crazy. All of a sudden, 10 pesos, no, $1 was 20 pesos. So the value of your dollar just doubled. It happened in about a year and just stayed like that for 10 years. Yeah, I do. David, I remember that. Terry Don Marshall. Hola, Terry Don. We just put up a couple of videos about Terry Don recently. Welcome. Always great to see you here. Now, I got to get to my list here. I wanted to say that like I'm in this building. What's going on now? Terry Don, who lives in the Guadalajara area. Do you mind having a conversation with me? Bill has my email. So if you're like Jacqueline and you're in the Guadalajara area, let me know if it's okay. Let me see if it's okay. Well, yeah, if it's okay for me to give you Terry Don's email, whatever. And so she can pick your brain about Guadalajara. Woo, Miss Sam. I hope to apply for citizenship in Mexico in 5 years. I will apply for citizenship. And I've heard you have to take an exam. I understand that it's all in Spanish with questions. You have to know Mexico's history, stuff like that. Other than that, I don't know anything. So let's see what's going on my list here. I gotta say, I'm learning what it's like to move to a new place because I keep moving, and people are always asking me, well, where should I move to in Mexico? I'm putting up a video tomorrow about a woman that came down here. She spent 4 days in Mexico. She hated it, says she's leaving and she's never coming back. So I put up that video tomorrow to tell you what happened to her. But I think I find that you have to just come down, move to a place, and just give it some time with no expectations. But there are a lot of Canadians in my building. I live with about 400 Canadians. They all know me by my first name, but they've been coming down here for years. Some of these people are like 75, 80, 82 years old, but they're like teenagers. And Mazatlan is a big tradition for Canadians to come and visit, specifically the city of Mazatlan. And it's like Mazatlan, for them, it's like Florida. A lot of Americans in the wintertime go to Florida. For Canadians, it's a tradition to go to Mazatlan. And these Canadians tell me stuff. I've been here a year and a half. I know a fair. I went on Rob's tour. I know a fair amount about Mazatlan, but these people know restaurants and museums and trips that I've never heard of. And these people have so much energy, and they're so filled with love and joy. And they give me hope, and they tell me all kinds of things that I can do in Mexico. But I'm just happy. The people in my building, they don't watch when I go live, so I can say pretty much whatever I want. But they are just fabulous. These Canadians let me know that though I'm 67, I can still be youthful at 85. And that's the way I want to be. And thank you for all of that. I also want to say that, we got Karen Sparks. I'm still working on the membership thing. What am I going to do with the membership thing? But let me go back up here. Miss Sam. There you go, Miss Sam. Hello, LA is in the house. Would like to get Carlos Perez's contact info. Okay, Carlos Perez, he actually contacted me 2 days ago. And the reason, I'm going to answer your question, but let me say this first. And Carlos is my new landlord coordinator in Morelia. He has a bunch of Airbnbs. He has houses. He hooked Ms. Sam up with a house, a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house in Morelia, $700 a month. And me and Carlos, we've talked on the phone many times. So he sent me a message 2 days ago, and he said, "Hey, Bill, did you know that the total solar eclipse is in Mazatlan?" And I said, "Yeah, it's like April 8th. So on April 8th, there's going to be a full solar eclipse in Mazatlan. It's on a Monday. It starts at 9:51 in the morning on a Monday. It lasts about 4 hours." But he was called. He sent me a message through WhatsApp to tell me about that. He says he's coming down for the total solar eclipse, and they say the best place to see it is here in Mazatlan. So Matomi, email me directly at this email address. Email me directly at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. There you go. I'm going to leave that up for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Email me directly, and I will send you Carlos Perez information. And Carlos, I've had a lot of fun talking with Carlos. He speaks fluent English. And one time I called him to get some information about the apartment, and he was in the state of Washington. He answered the phone. He said, "Bill, I'm in your country." Cool. Right on, Carlos. He must have some with his. I'm in what state of Washington with my sister. You go, man. You go. But he's very friendly, very informed. And Karen Sparks is a new member. Thank you for clicking that join button. I only have about 6 members. I got 10,000 subscribers, headed to 11. Have 6 members, and I have to figure out what to do with that. Like, maybe I can put up my videos. I think my controversial videos I can put up, like the Bill the Geek Unleashed videos. I can put them up for members only, so everybody didn't get all upset. But thank you very much for becoming a member. Dwayne, I would also like to receive the email address of those living in Guadalajara. I'm planning on traveling to GDL at the end of June. So you guys, when you're here on Saturdays, you got to take notes because people want information. They want to talk to you. They want your email address. I don't give out anybody's email address unless people say it's okay. So whatever. Hawkins, I seen some reports about the water shortage in Mexico City, my intended city. It's reaching a critical state. I wondered if coastal areas have been impacted similarly. We haven't had any shortages here in Mazatlan, but I remember times in I remember the water going out sometimes in Guadalajara, but that was usually for repair purposes. I don't remember the water ever going out in Puerto Vallarta. In Chapala, Ajijic, sometimes they would cut the water off for maybe 3 days at a time, but usually they had to reconnect some systems. But I haven't heard about any water shortages anywhere. But maybe I need to pay more attention to the news. Mary Jane, thank you so much for contributing to the channel and your contributions. Your contributions to the channel go a long way down here. Thank you, and it's greatly appreciated. Blanca Costa Goncalves from Brazil, my country. It states you need in America do Sul. I don't know. I'm not quite understanding, but welcome to the show, Bianca. Happy to have you here. And I speak Spanish, but something I don't states you. My country is States United in America in the South, in South America. I think that's what you're talking about. Thank you so much for joining us. We got Brazil in the house. I don't think we've ever had Brazil in the house. Thank you, Bianca, for joining us. Jay, Ola, thanks, Bill. Another great live stream. You are very welcome. Glad. Maybe I gave you a chuckle or two and maybe some information. Bill, what's the vibe like in Morelia? Is there a English-speaking community there? And what about medical facilities? The great thing, Jacqueline, one thing that before I go to these cities, and I'm kind of putting a hold on visiting right now because I'm getting ready to move. I'm a little nervous about some things. But before I go to any city, I go to that chat GPT, I think it is. And I look up, before I went to Morelia, I looked up, give me a list of all the hospitals in Morelia. Puts them all out. Give me a list of all the major businesses in Morelia. Gives me all of them. Give me a list of all the universities in Morelia. Gives me all of them. So Morelia has a population of almost 1 million people. It's like twice as big as Mazatlan. It doesn't seem like it's that big when you are there. If you go to Facebook and look and go to Facebook groups, there's at least one very active expats in Morelia group. So I know that there are expats in Morelia. They don't make very much noise because they don't want a bunch of Americans and Canadians finding out how fabulous Morelia is. And when I was trying to find my apartment at first for Morelia, I found that expat group, and I'll just say that well, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, but I will say that one of the comments, I posted a message that said, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and I live in Mazatlan, and I'm willing to pay $500 a month. And one comment was from some expat, and he said, uh-oh, here they come. which I've heard that from people in Hocotepec also. Hocotepec, near Ahi Chapala, they have only a few expats there, and they're seeing more and more people, expats, finding Hocotepec. They don't want expats to find Hocotepec. So, Jacqueline, in Morelia, yes, there are numerous people, expats that can speak English, Canadians, Americans, people from all over the world. The numbers are not super high. That's what that's one of the things that really attracted me to Morelia. I was there for almost a week, and I was like the only expat that I saw for like 5 or 6 days. I like that, but I speak Spanish. My cousin that lives in Ahi, she lived in Guadalajara 4 or 5 years, and she didn't speak any Spanish. She was studying Spanish. She really felt isolated. That's why she moved to Ahi. And now she's cool. She's totally cool, totally happy, does her artist thing. But there are expats in Morelia, but it's not overwhelming. Like, I would say for me, Ahi has an overwhelming number of expats. Guadalajara, where I live, I would say my building is overwhelming. I live with too many Canadians. I love them. They're great. But I like Morelia because they have such a high number of businesses, colleges, hospitals, and they have people that, yeah. So, you got to give it a visit, give it a try, see what you think. Let's see what's up. Matt, thank you, Matt. I think he's in Ahi. Thank you, Matt, for contributing to the channel. We have 68 people in the house, 51 likes. We got people donating to help me pay my rent, and thank you very much again, Matt. Cindy commented, I think you commented on my political video this week or something. I'm living in Cozumel full-time. Any questions there? And Cindy has a YouTube channel. I checked Cindy out. I forget, you commented on something, and I saw that you had and it's like her there you go, Cindy Cozumel everything. And that's something like you can look it up on YouTube. She has almost 1,000 subscribers all about Cozumel. And if you want to know about Cozumel, you can go to her YouTube channel and ask her questions. Maybe we should do a collab, Cindy. Maybe we should get together and interview one another. Let me know. Hat, in Tijuana and Baja Desert in general, water cutoffs are a regular thing. Poor folk like me keep a bunch of 5-gallon buckets of water in the laundry room, and others have a system with tanks. Yeah, our water, they have this thing throughout Mexico. I mean, in the United States, you go somewhere, you got your water, it's coming in through the water system with pipes. Everybody's got water pipes. They don't do that in Mexico. I haven't been anywhere in Mexico that has water pipes coming from like a central area. In Mexico, they have these thing called bombas, where you might have you might have this big water tank that has like 100 gallons of water in it. I've seen these things getting bigger and bigger now. Now these bombas are like the size of Volkswagens, and they put them in under your house. So if the water goes out, if you got this big Volkswagen size jug of water under your house, it doesn't matter if the water goes out. And it doesn't matter if there's a water shortage. So there you go. Cody. There you go. People communicating with una otra. Bianca, is this comment highlighted in orange? Okay. Let's see. The cost of living. Is the cost of living more affordable in Tlaquepaque versus Guadalajara? I'm going to give that a flat out. Is the cost of living more? No. I'm going to say that Tlaquepaque is going to be much more expensive than most areas of Guadalajara. Tlaquepaque is the bomb. I'm going to say that Tlaquepaque prices are going to be like prices like living in El Centro in Mazatlan. Tlaquepaque, you go to Tlaquepaque and they have so many restaurants down there. But if you walk by the restaurants in Tlaquepaque and you look in the window, it looks like there's just a bunch of wealthy people in those places. I mean, these people, they look sophisticated and rich. And the jewelry shops, Bustamante, I think the Bustamante headquarters in there, and he has statues throughout downtown Guadalajara on the Malecon. He's one of my favorite artists. If you want to see his art, you go to Tlaquepaque, go into his shop, and you can actually buy his art I'm going to say you're going to pay money to live in Tlaquepaque. Ms. Sam, I don't want to see expats in Morelia. That's funny. That's funny. That's why I liked it. I didn't see any expats. I want to be the only expat and the only old person. I want to be the oldest person and the only expat everywhere I go. That's right. I love the comfort of speaking Spanish without English speaking people, whatever. Okay, now. Bomba. Is that like a Teneco? I think so. Sorry about spelling. Yeah, I think so. It looks like a big, it's a big, now they're plastic, but big durable plastic jugs. David, my new neighbor. Hey, Bill. They only turn on the city water for 2 hours, 3 times a week in Morelia. Ooh, that's very interesting. There you go. I got a new challenge. Got to figure out when to take my showers once I show up. Oh, we'll have to talk about that. That's my new neighbor. People are talking here. Okay. I agree with David. David, that's there you go. David, he's married to a Mexican. I got to say, the Canadians here have, the Canadians here have taught me a lot about community service in Mexico, working with the less fortunate or even working with the fortunate. And let me, one thing, let me backtrack a little here. Let me backtrack just a little bit, because I talk about my walks, sure, and I show, and this is different. You know, you may think that this is the same video that I've showed you 4 or 5 times, but this is just from this week. This is on my walking out. I walk out of the door to go for my 4-mile walk. And this is what I see. This video, I got this like Wednesday. This is how I start my day in Mazatlan. And wherever I've been, Puerto Vallarta, Ajijic, Chapala, Guadalajara, the days, the skies are always like this. And the canal, this is what I see. And what I'm learning is this walk. I've met hundreds of people on this walk. They're walking or they're jogging, and we become to be like family. There's this one lady, she's got to be 75. This little spunky lady I see here every 5 days a week. And she gives me a big hug. She's Canadian, but that's that over the course of a couple of years, I'm learning different ways to meet people, and just walking regularly, you're going to meet so many people. I met a guy, he takes his little kids out. They're going to school. He waves at me now. If he's in his car, he's waving at me, and I carry business cards. I carry my business card. So I give my business card out to people. And when I was in Europe, I was in a suburb of London teaching advanced computer graphics to school students in an Air Force gig. I wasn't in the Air Force, but the Air Force hired me to go into like 9 countries in 9 weeks. So I'm in London, and I'm with this woman who also works for the Air Force. She was hot chick too. She was hot. And we got to be friends. We would go places together, and she'd lived there, so she could show me a lot of stuff. And she gave me her business card. And she was a Harvard graduate. And she gave me this business card, and it was the most unique business card I had ever seen. It just had her name, her phone number, and her email. That was it. So I created a business card like hers, and there it is. I carry these with me everywhere that I go. If I'm jogging, when I leave here to go get my laundry, I always have these with me. So if I make a new friend, there you go. Here's my name. There's my Mexico number. There's my USA number. There's my website. I need to change that. And there's my email address. This is a great, easy way to make new friends. I highly suggest it. Also, you can see my email address there. I mean, when you go to the bank, when you go and you take your phone, you get phone service or all these little services you need where they need your email address. What if you can't say your email address in Spanish? I can read mine in Spanish, but I know Spanish. But you have to know how do you say at Bill the 10 at G? How do you say that in Spanish? How do you say G in Spanish? Why go through that? When I went to DHL, they wanted my email address. They wanted my phone number. What if you can't say the numbers? What if you can't say 322-102-1586? What if you can't say that? Well, you got your business card. So that has I printed up 500 of these about a year and a half ago. Haven't given them all out, but I take them with me everywhere that I go. Let me take a look here. Okay. Also, something else that I learned from the Canadians is there are many schools in Mazatlan that they have these things. It's called it's like English recognition, practicing English classes. And they do this in many schools in Mexico, not only elementary schools, high schools, but also in colleges. And there are groups of Mexicans that get together to talk to each other in English so that they can communicate better in English. Is a very popular thing to do. So I'm not going to do it here in Mazatlan, but when I get to Morelia, I'm going to find a college, high school, and I think I can meet a lot of people like that. I mean, you show up, you're just helping them speak better English, and hopefully I'm gonna do this at colleges. And I think I can meet a bunch of women like this. If I do this at colleges, I can meet like doctorate students. I can meet professors. Yes, smart people. Yeah, that are bilingual, halfway bilingual professionals. They got a couple of dollar women like that. That's way better than going out to bars. And I met a guy when I was teaching. I used to teach. I I was teaching in downtown San Francisco, and I was teaching on market, whatever. And this guy, he was a slick guy from California. Where was I? I was in San Francisco. Yeah. And so I don't know why, but he went to Spain and lived there for a while. And this guy, he looked like Morrison, Jim Morrison from The Doors, long brown hair, blue eyes, he was a little shorter than me, but he was a handsome white boy. And he was really cool. He was really cool. And we had about 50 teachers. We would go out dancing in San Francisco. And, the other teachers called him the Matador because women loved him, the Matador. And he'd just look at him. They just fall down. That's how handsome he was. But when he was in Spain, he went to the medical school of the city he was in Spain, and he put up a card on the bulletin board that says, I can teach you conversational Spanish. And okay. So, so he got a client, and the client was this hot looking female medical student. She was hot, and they got married, and now she lives with him in San Francisco. This conversational Spanish thing, I'm thinking this is the way to meet good, smart people. Okay, let's see what I've been missing here, because I've been talking a lot. Okay, now here we go. Ant-Man. Bomba is the pump. Very good. Bomba is the pump. Teneco is the tank. So I should be saying Teneco instead of Bomba. Thank Ant-Man. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Okay, David, same here. I have to slip the guy a few pesos to get extra water. That's funny. That is funny. You never know. You never know. Okay, let's see what else. Thank you everybody for showing up. If you're new here, you can see people say all kinds of things. Who knows what? Where do you live? I'd like to talk to you. Tlaquepaque, Guadalajara. We're talking about all different types of things. Let's look at my list and see what's going on. I did that. Okay. Oh, we did that. Oh, we're almost at the bottom of the list. Let me say this. For the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about Social Security. I got all that resolved this week. Really funny. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but if you're on Social Security, there's this form you have to send in once a year. And if you don't send it in, then they cut off your Social Security. So I didn't send mine in. I sent it in DHL. Social Security signed for it in the United States, but they told me they didn't get it. So they cut me off. So I called Social Security in the United States. I had to wait an hour and 40 minutes to talk to somebody. They said I could fax the form in. Okay, whatever. And I said, well, once you get the form, how long does it take me to get reinstated? And the lady says, like 60 days. I said, okay, so whatever. So the people who got me started with Social Security was the consulate in Guadalajara. So I emailed them, asked them the question. They said, just send the form to us. They gave me a physical address with a phone number. I sent it to them, and they got me reinstated in 5 days. It took them 5 days to get me reinstated. And I had missed my payment or because I was knocked out, I didn't get my February payment. So I got this check like Tuesday of this week, and it was for 2 full payments. I got reinstated in 5 days. They gave me my February payment and my March payment, all through the consulate, all through the U.S. consulate. And at the U.S. consulate, I've never seen in Guadalajara, I didn't see any Americans behind the counter. These are all fluent speaking, educated Mexican people that handle the United States consulate in Mexico. So always fill out that form if you are on Social Security, or they will cut you off. But do not depend on calling the Social Security office in the United States. If you have Social Security problems, contact your consulate. For me, it was Guadalajara. I would suppose that all consulates are different throughout Mexico as far as their efficiency, but working with them worked out fabulous. Woo! Okay, let me keep cranking here. Okay. Let's see. Axel Foley. Bill, how close is the hospital in Morelia from El Centro? I tell you what, let's try something here. Let me try something. Let's go into let's look at a map. And what I'm going to say is they have hospitals all over Morelia, Mexico. They have hospitals everywhere in your major cities. So let's pull up the map here. And let me pull it up down here. And I'm just going to do a search for Morelia. Morelia. Because this is all you have to do. Just go to Google Maps, Morelia, Michoacan. Okay, let's click that. There you go. And let's zoom out. So this is all you have to do. Do a search for Morelia, zoom in. And I think if you look around here, they will show you hospitals. I don't know what all of these little symbols mean, but you can see hotels, you can see restaurants, you can see Monumento de Este and that. But they're going to show you a bunch of hospitals. You're going to find them all over the city. And if that doesn't work for you, just go to Google and type in hospitals in Morelia, and you'll find a bunch of them. You'll find lots. Okay, we have 65 people in the house and 54 likes. Let's see what else. I have a couple of more things on the list here. Okay. We're getting ready to wind things down. Me and Terry Don Marshall, we did an hour interview. I'm trying to keep my videos down to like 10 minutes. It seems like I'm trying to pack as much information as I can into a 10-minute video. More information, highly edited, but we did an hour, so I still have a couple of more videos, at least with Terry Don Marshall, very informative videos. Tomorrow I got a video coming out about the lady that didn't like Mexico. She's never coming back, and more and more and more. So we're going to get ready to shut down. Oh yeah, David. David is just getting ready. He's just getting ready. He's not 62 yet. Yeah, you can get all that done through the consulate. They're much better service than the people in the United States. And the lady I talked with on the phone, she says, well, we have like 50 million people working with Social Security. I mean, come on, man. Buy less nuclear bombs and put some money in the Social Security system so you can call them and they answer the phone and can actually tell you what's going on. Whatever. Okay. So, well, I'm itching here. I don't want to bore anyone, But I got to say that thank you, everybody, for showing up today. Love each and every one of you. Oh, Matt, you're so sweet. And Matt, thank you for contributing to the channel with your words, for showing up with your financial donations. Really appreciated. What else can I say? Life is great in Mexico. I love Mexico. I can't wait to move to Morelia and go back to paying $500 a month for a nicer apartment with a great landlord that speaks fluent English. It's going and just living in a Mexican loving community. I can't wait. And Hat, great to see you in the house. We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Great to have you here. Lenora, we love you too. Bill, have a wonderful weekend. Happy daylight savings time to everyone. So I'm getting ready to wind it down here. I'm so happy that the computers were running, internet was working, electricity was working. I'm so happy about that. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to go pick up my laundry, get me some fresh hamburgers, and get some Modelo Especial, and the weekend's going to begin for me. Oh, and if you're showing up and you're watching the replay and you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to go to buildgeek.org. And just go to the link below and it says donate. You can click that and you can use PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, or America Express. So I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. You guys have a great weekend. Love you all. Adios. Hasta luego. And que te vaya bien. Love